Martin Moulton. I live in the district. I ran as a Libertarian candidate in the district. What can you say are good strategies for changing the process? We can all be libertarians in our heads and be angry, but how do we change it?
By the way, there are several essays on that very topic in the book.
It depends on what exactly you're seeking to change. If we're seeking to change like the whole system, well, I think we need to reconsider what we're doing. Changing the system is too big a task. It's too big a bite to swallow in any imaginable gulp. We can only change either elements of the big system or try to change elements, or we can, as it were, forget the system and try to save ourselves individually or along with our families, perhaps. I don't discourage either way of attempting to bring about change, and I think change can be brought about in various ways. I think politics is a waste of time. The system is bought and sold. You're wasting your time to try to influence how the political system works. But you can influence how you are affected by the system as it operates. You can look for open spaces in the system, interstices that you can squeeze into to avoid or evade regulations or taxes. You can look for ways to opt out. You can, for example, save your children from the horrible fate of attending public schools by homeschooling them, or in some cases sending them to private schools. Homeschooling has been one of the most successful moves to get away from the grip of the state and its nefarious effects on the minds of children. You know, this has been disastrous. The events that have brought us to our current condition in this country have been passed on to children and beaten into them and indoctrinated into them so heavily that, you know, it's hard to see how people who've been exposed to that kind of indoctrination can ever even have a concept of freedom or liberty. So homeschooling has been an effective way of saving people's children from the state. Just as we all think, you know, there ought to be separation of church and state, for identical reasons, there ought always to be separation between school and state, between education and state. The mind is too important to let politicians and their running dogs take control of it. And I think it's disgraceful that people have, over time, submitted, as most of them have. You know, we can all understand the economic pressures and other reasons that people have for sending their children to government schools, but nonetheless, it's a terrible development. And if we want to work toward changing the system by changing the ruling ideology, to do that while kids continue to attend government schools is like tying a big sea anchor to our ship. It's very difficult to make headway when every generation is being dragged down by these political correctness centers